Hello, good morning, Collin.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good. If you don't mind, I'm going to ask you a few questions about your program. The first one is, what is a player's schedule in a weekly basis?
On a weekly basis, we would practice 4 to 5 times a week, depending on competition schedule. Usually, if the game that we're playing is in season, we usually would have competitions 2 days a week, sometimes 3, depending on if we need to get an extra match in. But we practice for 2 to 3 hours a day, depending on either playing the game, getting in game time, working on strategies, team communication, analyzing previous matches, or preparing for an upcoming tournament or series.
Okay, and how do you make sure the players have time for their academic studies?
All of our practices are scheduled outside academic, the class schedule. So if classes end at 3 p.m., we would practice start at 3:30, go till about 5:30 or 6, and then they'd have time for dinner. And then the evening to them would be open for homework, studying, working on projects, things like that. And we would also have designated study halls, maybe once or twice a week, depending on the student's need. And on our campus, our professors are always available throughout the day to meet with students individually if they are struggling with a specific class or topic. And so academic student athletes, the student part always comes first. We expect high level of competition on the athletic field, but also in the classroom.
Okay, great. And in what ways do you help players build their personal brand?
Yeah, so for esports specifically on my team, I have students who just want to play in college. They just want to play for their 4 years and then graduate and go on to a job. I also have players who would like to pursue a professional career afterwards. So my goal is to get them into national tournaments where they can kind of be seen on a national level, play against amateur or professional teams to kind of see what the level is that they need and understand that the level of requirement that they would have to put in order to get to that level. After that, if they're looking at their junior or senior year when they're looking to graduate and they want to pursue a more professional esports profession, whether that's casting or actually playing, I would try and introduce them to different teams, different players in the area that I know that can kind of get them in. And from a professional standpoint, like on a job, we have a lot of our classes that really work on the last couple of years, junior and senior year, where they work towards getting internships and getting jobs where they can be prepared to enter the workforce, get a job within 3 to 6 months after college, and really start showing the skills that they've learned while at your college.
Great. And last question, what would you say are the strengths of your program?
The strengths of our program are, well, one is that we're a new program. So kind of like the field is open for us to kind of pursue the areas that we want and the games that are really strong in our area. So we can kind of be flexible with that. We're not stuck to a structured routine. And we can kind of do what we need. One of the strengths we have is we are building an on-campus arena. So we're going to have a dedicated competition and practice space. And for myself, I'm a full-time coach. I don't really have any other responsibilities besides coaching, training these athletes, making sure that they're succeeding as students and as athletes, and that we can prepare for competitions. We also will compete full all year round. So we'll compete in the fall and spring semesters. And a lot of colleges aren't able to do that. They split. So if you only play one game, you only compete in one semester. We're going to be able to compete in both semesters, either in a local conference against local schools, as well as national tournaments on different semesters. So I would say that those are probably our strongest aspects for students, that they're able to get local competition, national competition. There's dedicated coaching staff, and we have a dedicated practice space.
Sounds great, Collin. Well, thank you very much for your time. Have a great day.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Bye.